What's good, guys? This is Film coming at you with another straight out theater review. I just went to go see Mercy, and I'm going to give you guys my spoiler-free take on it. Basically, saw the trailer. I remember the first time I watched it, I was like, this movie is going to be 1000% predictable. It's probably not going to be that good. It's probably going to be super cheesy. And I can tell you now, with watching it, it honestly wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It was very entertaining. It had my attention. I want to say 10 minutes after the start of it, because we already knew the rule. I already knew the rules of what was going on. I already knew like exactly how this was gonna play. I thought it was gonna be way more cheesier than I thought, but to be honest, like right when you already know what's going on, what type of case is going on. Basically, Chris Pratt's character is trying to figure out who killed his wife and if he actually did it. And for a second, you're honestly kind of believing that he did. But I think the one thing that really grabbed my attention and kept it there was the detective scenes. Like when he's working with Rebecca Ferguson's Judge Maddox character to figure out, like gather all the resources and figure out what's going on in certain different crime scenes. Like I thought those scenes were really cool when if you guys have ever played the Dark Knight games or the Batman Arkham Knight games, Batman Arkham games, and Batman would always turn on detective mode. That is literally exactly what's going on like in this movie. Like a lot of detective mode where he's going around like certain scenes, whether it's like a kitchen, a warehouse, a whole house or anything. Like it does a really cool job of like immersing you in the area of really seeing like how the crime went down. And then even some of the characters that are in it, like Chris Pratt does a really good job later on in the movie of like getting super serious and actually making us believe that he's like locked in, because at that point I was locked in with him and I thought that was super cool. Judge Maddox, played by Rebecca Ferguson, was an interesting character. She was like an AI mixed with human. There were some times when I was watching it where I thought it was an actual human sitting there, and actually like, you know, I thought it was more, I didn't know she was an AI for a second. I thought it was more like she was in front of the camera and she was in the office and she was just talking to Chris Pratt and just like working with an AI system. But no, turned out she was the AI, and you find that out later on. But that was pretty tricky because it kind of, I don't know, the rules that it was playing with kind of went out the window, and it kind of annoyed me later on how it went out the window. But I'm not going to spoil it, but it was a very action-packed and very like really cool movie. Like really cool idea. Really, I think it was really well executed for what it was, because I'm not going to lie, I thought this movie was going to be terrible, but I actually kind of enjoyed it. I didn't like super enjoy it. I know we're in 2026 and it's early, but I mean, I can say it's not going to be in my top 10 like list, but I'm gonna be for real. I wouldn't mind watching this movie again. Like it was fun to watch. Like I could actually turn my brain off and watch this and enjoy it. And there were a couple of plot twists in this movie that made it pretty interesting. There were a couple. I think on one of them, it kind of felt like it was almost like overkill, but it was a very interesting plot twist. But I honestly kind of enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty cool. And then even the main plot twist that happens, I was like, oh, that is pretty crazy. But just to end it off, I thought it was a very interesting movie. I thought the execution of it was pretty okay and pretty well done, but overall it still didn't have like super great acting performances. I think this one doesn't need that though, and I think that's what the movie's going for. It's more towards like an AI buddy cop type of thing, which I think they nailed. Yeah, when you leave the area that you're in and then you hear everybody else talk, it's not perfect, but this movie's not meant to be perfect. It's supposed to be entertaining and action-packed, and that's what it gives you. So on a scale of 1 to 10 on this movie Mercy, I'm gonna give it a strong 6, and it was a pretty rewatchable 6 for me. So I'm gonna suggest you guys watch this in theaters, obviously, because we all need to be going to theaters to watch these movies, but this was very enjoyable and action-packed in the theater, and I had fun watching it. But if you guys can't go to the movies and you end up watching it on like whatever, Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, YouTube, I still feel like you're gonna have a good time watching it, because at home too, this movie does a good job of being as action-packed and as good where you can watch it at home and still enjoy it. But please go see it in theaters. But anyways, I'm your man Film. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow PhilmPod on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter. Make sure to hit that bell as well. For my audio listeners, we have a Spotify account. Hit the link down below. I'm your man Film. Take it easy, stay safe, and peace, y'all.